Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chiagozie. I am a mom of 3. I live in Oka, Anambra State, Nigeria. If you're new here, please subscribe and watch my other videos so they can get to know me better. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Alright, so in today's video, I know that this video is not like basically for everybody, but for everyone who has a child or knows someone that has a child or is about to have a child, this video will be valuable to you. Okay, so sleep is one of the things that newborn moms always complain about. Like 80% of the time when you see a new mom, the first complaint they have is the lack of sleep. And the reason is because most newborn babies, especially between 0 to 3 months, rarely sleep throughout the night. Like they don't even know the difference between day and night. Like they think night is day and day is night and vice versa. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the things that you can do to help your baby to sleep for longer. All right. Oftentimes you might see a baby doing things like, jerking or smiling or even crying when they're sleeping. All right. And as new moms, like you're usually tempted to go and pick the baby up when you see them in that state. But the truth is that if you actually leave the baby to sleep it out, most times, most babies will sleep it out. So the first thing that you can do to help your baby to sleep for longer is that when they start doing the jerking and crying and moving around, just allow them. Wait for like maybe 20 seconds or even more. What am I saying? Wait for like a minute before you go to pick the baby up, because most often than not, they're going to go right back into sleep. But if you find out that the baby is now crying, like is actually crying, obviously you need to go and pick up the baby. If you must go into the room when the child is sleeping, probably you should tiptoe. You shouldn't just rush into the room. Try and walk out of sight from the baby so the baby will not, so that you won't startle the baby and the baby will now wake up fully. Okay, that is the first thing that you can do that can help your baby to sleep for longer. The second thing that you can do that can help your baby to sleep for longer is to start creating what we call a nighttime routine. Right now, this is not going to help your baby immediately, but in the long run, you're going to start seeing that your child gets used to this routine and starts to fall asleep for longer. By nighttime routine, I mean things like getting the baby, giving the baby a bath, feeding your child and all that. So if, for example, you expect your child or you would like your child to sleep around 9, it is advised that you should start the bedtime routine maybe 2 hours before the expected bedtime. Okay, so if it's around 9, start from around 7. Give your baby a bath, try to feed the baby, breastfeed your baby and all that, and then put up the light. So that leads me to the third thing that you can do, which is to try to keep the room as dim as possible. Okay, there is this thing that happens to the best of us. Yes, all mothers, whether you're a new mom or you've had 5 children and all that, we are always tempted to leave the lights on. It happens to me. I mean, I have 3 children. I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and then I have a baby. So it has happened to me in all 3 of them. We are always tempted to leave the lights on, and the reason is because we want to be seeing our baby's face. For me, sometimes I always feel like when I put up the lights, baby might just start choking and then stop breathing. Like I always want to look and see my child and be sure that that child is breathing. But most of the time the baby is actually okay. So it's okay for you to put up the light. Put up the light, that way you're going to create a favorable environment for the child to realize that, okay, you know what, this is actually daytime. This is not the time for playing. This is time to close your eyes and start sleeping. All right, so dim off that light, put off that light if possible, or if you have like bedside lamps or bedside light, you can leave those ones on and put off every light off in the room. If you don't have a bedside light and if your room is en suite, you can leave the bathroom light on. That way, a little bit of light throws into the room, but the room remains dim. So if you can do that, please do that so that baby can understand that it is time to go to bed. The other thing that you can do is to keep your baby in a good sleeping position. Yes, we know that babies will not sleep most of the time. They will not sleep throughout the night, but the position that you keep your child when the baby is about to sleep or when the baby is sleeping is going to help to increase the length of time the baby is asleep. This video is not about the best sleeping position, but in my own opinion, I think the best sleeping position is when the baby is lying in the left lateral position. By that, I mean the baby is not fully on their back, but not also fully on their side, especially the left side. So some people will say that lying the baby all the way to their back is the best position for baby, but in my own opinion, I feel that left lateral position is actually the best. For me, I feel it's the best because the baby is tilted a bit, and so they can throw up anything they have to throw up, and it just flows to the side. But as against when they're like all the way on their back. But like I said, this video is not about the best sleeping position. And again, every baby is different, obviously. Some babies might be more comfortable lying on their tummy, some might be more comfortable lying on their back, and whichever position that they please. But I am not here, I don't have the authority to say the best sleeping position. I am just saying find out what the best is for your baby, and yeah, most likely lay him or her down in that position for the night. Okay, the next thing that you can do is you can be tempted to want to cuddle your baby and sometimes breastfeed your baby into sleep. You know how the baby is now sucking the breast or sucking the bottle and then sleep off. It is very, very tempting for you to do that, but if you can, please do not do that. It's best for your baby it's best for you to keep your baby when they are drowsy but still awake. Okay, so by that I mean the baby is feeling sleepy. You can see the baby's eyes are about to close. Don't wait for the baby to sleep off in your arm. Just go and keep the baby at that point when the baby is drowsy, and then allow the baby to sleep off on his or her own. Me personally, in my own experience, for my first child, obviously he was my first child, and I was petting him and doing all manner of things. In fact, I used to carry him on my body for him to sleep. Like, he will be on my body the whole night. Like, he will sleep on my body. I was not helping him, I was not helping myself as well, because he grew up with that attachment, and most of the time I would have to back him or, you know, sing and dance and do everything before he will eventually go to sleep. But by the time I was told about keeping your baby when the baby is about to fall asleep and just allowing him or her to just go into sleep by themselves, I started doing that with my second child, and it was a lifesaver. So how this works is that when baby, like I said, is about to go to bed, is about to sleep, like when the baby is now feeling sleepy, you just lay the baby down. The baby might, you know, wriggle, might cry a bit, or might want to cry a bit, but because the sleep is already there, most likely when you leave them on the bed and just allow them, within a minute or two, you find out that they have fallen asleep on their own. This also helps the baby to become more independent even as they grow older. So my second child, my first daughter, I realized that whenever she was feeling sleepy, she would easily just say, "Mom, I want to go to bed," or "I want to sleep," and then I would tell her to go and lie down, or she can even go and lie down by herself and go to bed. My son then, voila, he will be crying. You know he wants to sleep, you know he's feeling sleepy, but he will not sleep until you carry him and rock him and dance and all that. You know, yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't cradle your baby, or, you know, soothe your baby or carry your baby and all that. I do that. Sometimes I even sing and dance, I forge song, all those things, I still do that. But at the point where I see that they are now about to fall asleep, not that they have fallen asleep, I just go and keep them on the bed, and it helps them as well. So this way, sometimes you don't even need to rock the baby to sleep. When the baby is about to sleep, you just leave them there, and it also prolongs the length of their sleep. Yeah, so basically this video is not a miracle video. We cannot do magic. That's how just God has created it, that most of the time, the first 3 months of life, babies don't sleep throughout the night. They start to sleep throughout the night as from 4 months, even up to 6 months, even up to 1 year, depending on the baby. So just accept it with your full chest. Whenever you decide that you're going to have a baby and you're going to become a mom or a parent, just accept it with your full chest that your sleep is gonna be compromised, okay? But if you apply these tips, it's definitely going to help you out, and you're going to see a lot of improvement on the sleep quality of yourself and that of your baby. Okay, so yes, these are my tips. These are tested and trusted tips. If you found this video helpful, or if you know someone that will find this video helpful, please don't hesitate to share this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next upload. Take care. Bye.